I am late to the Inspiration Wednesday game today. It's like 11 o'clock and I haven't even started. Usually I'm started by like 7, 8 o'clock. So I think just to get started, I am going to tape the inside spine and then go ahead and gesso the pages. And if you missed this last time, just taping the spine. Oh, it's easier than that. Look at that. Off my game today. How about we try this again? And I try to tape in here so none of the paint just runs all over the place. It actually reinforces the book, yada, yada, yada. So I'm just going to tape these up. And then I am going to get some gesso. And I'm going to gesso the front, the back, the inclusion, all that good stuff. And then I'll be back to do something on top. So I don't have any plans for today or even beginning of plans. So hopefully, in the meantime, I get some plans. Is going to be another experiment because I've got some tar gel here and I've never tried this before, but I'm going to use the tar gel, and the tar gel should really act as a resist. Tar gel, I should probably read off the front what it technically is, but its big claim to fame is if you took this and stood on top of the Empire State Building and turned it over, it would just drip in a continuous line. It makes like, you could put it on your thing and make like drippy lines. Kind of reminds me of the 80s, but I'm not going to use it like that. At least not right now. We'll see if it works. But I'm going to do a couple little, I guess, resist through a stencil. Oh, it's solid. Strong like ox. Okay. So I'm just going to go in here with a brush. And I'm not going to take too much because I don't want it to be like really gunky. And I'm not going to do the whole thing like side to side. I'm just going to pick like areas. Dry enough. You know, I don't have the patience to wait for everything to dry. So I think it's dry. You should see a little reflective, little glossy. That's a good shot right there. Little glossy, Baroque little patterns there. And I guess I'm going to take some gelatos. What colors do I want to use? You know, I always go for turquoise. I wish I had the new ones. The new gelatos are in stock at the studio. And there's 2 new turquoises and a whole bunch of cool pinks and yellows, whatever. Thanks, Faber-Castell, for making the turquoise. Let's see though. What kind of mood do I feel like I'm in? This is such a big decision. Let's just go blues. Why don't you go blue, you know? What is she going to do? This is a good question because she does not know what she's going to do. Yeah, so I think I'll just get all these back in here. And then I'm going to just spray with water and kind of finger paint on top of it. Oh, I could put the white. I like white. I forgot the white. I find that the white makes a nice turquoise through these. Clean that off and then who knows what we're going to get. I'm just making a mess now. All right, now I'll put this in there. Let's just spray it. Let me get a clip. I like to spray it. Actually, I should go back a second. So, the reason why I gessoed the page, well, because I gessoed it anyway, but the reason why I could use gelatos on it is because when it's gessoed, they don't absorb in, they kind of roll. So that's what I'm kind of hoping. So I'm just going to turn all this to paint. You can use a brush. I just like to use my fingers. That's how I roll. And if you use your fingers or a brush to just blend it in, it turns it to paint, so it's not really a crayon anymore. Try not to blend them all together to make a new color, even though I know that's going to happen. And then wiping my hands off before I go into these colors. And then hopefully they're going to drip. They're going to drip beautifully. Should try to put this underneath there. Oh yeah. Okay, it's not totally dry because, you know, I have no patience, but I'm thinking, and I wanted those tar gel things to resist a little bit more, and they really, really didn't. So I'm going to have to force them to resist. So I'm going to take the same stencil and line it up as best I can on where I think I put them. I mean, this side actually is a little bit crisper than the other. And I'm just going to take paper towel here, dip it in some water, and see if I can't force that little tar gel stuff to resist a little bit more. So what I did find though, even though it didn't resist like I thought it would, wherever I had the gel medium, I mean the tar gel actually did come off a lot easier without like any pressure. But this side, I don't know what I did to this side, but it needs just one more. So I'm just gonna go back in and kind of force this one. You can see this becomes harder than the other ones. The other ones are much easier to remove. But it needs funny, because it's in like 4. 4s are bad. Because it's watercolor, it's gonna resist. Or I can just rip up the paper, and then it's an ultra distressed look. Yeah, and I think there's one little guy down here too, but since he's only got drip on him, yeah, that with the gel medium, he comes right off. Or the tar gel. Why do I keep calling it gel medium? All right, so as random as that looks, I'm gonna leave it like that. Clearly, no other ideas of what I want to do with this, but I'm really happy with the results. I think, you know, obviously I love this side a little bit better, and you can see all the texture of the tar gel in there. It's gonna need black. I just feel like it needs black on it, so I'll figure out what I'm gonna do, and I will be back. You know, I was wondering what to do with the inclusion. I have so many of these that I, you know, borrowed from my local thing. I think I might just put them on there. And they're 2 different ones, believe it or not, but they look exactly the same. I'm even thinking maybe I just put them on like that, and I just staple them. That might be fun. Maybe I put a tag inside there. That might even be more fun. Maybe I staple a tag right directly to it. That's even more fun. Oh, stop. Okay, I'm going to glue them down first, and any staples will be purely for aesthetic. Weird. So I have these wings, I have paper wings forever in my drawer because I'm saving them for that special thing. What if I folded them and glued them like that, so when you turn the page there was like these wings? Would that be weird? Would that make me happy? It would kind of just make me happy for no like good reason. It would just be because I could glue wings there. I'm gonna do it. Totally gonna do it. Alright, I found this set of October afternoon stickers in my stuff, so I'm thinking I'm going to put a quote somewhere around here. I don't know what I'm going to do next to the wings. I really don't. Maybe a little collage, but how cool is that? Weird. It's weird. Makes me happy. And I think I'm going to put with brave wings, she learns to fly. Just a little 2 cents about the stickers, because it looks like you can peel off the backing of this, and you can do that thing like with the Making Memories minis. Just saying. I might keep that garbage after we're done. Alright, so I really like that. I like the contrast of the black. This one looks random, and I'm thinking, you know, I was going to put that tag there. Maybe I still do. Do I glue this down a little? Maybe I should glue it down just a little. I don't know. If I glue it down, will it not close all the way? Because that's a possibility too. Maybe I'll just leave it like that. Because once I close it, then it might bunch up. So many different decisions. Maybe I'll just work on making like a little collage over here. Stopped mid-thought as I was building this little collage, and I thought, what if I put the tar gel on the wings? It would kind of be heavier and thicker, so this could totally end badly. We all know that. I'm just going to see if I can't maybe a little bit more deliberately put it on there. Clean off a brush. Never done this before, so I'm gonna try not to make a mess and just kind of layer it on. It's really kind of cool. Can you see like the sheen on it now? And it's a little bit heavier, so now it's not going to sit straight up. Of course, I didn't have the patience, and I was like, oh, is it dry there? Guess what? It wasn't. Now I've got a little finger mark there. But I'm going to do the other side like that. It does take a little while to dry, so I'll just go ahead and do that, and then I'll come back, and we'll do the finishing touches on the page. Alright, so those wings are dry. So cool. Now they're like glossy, but they're still tacky in the sense that they're going to be sticky and stick to things. So I'm just going to take a little baby powder, just sprinkle it on there, just so they resist wanting to stick to each other, and then just take a dry towel and just kind of buff it off. This should help them from sticking. Doesn't mean that down the road they're not going to. I live in humid USA, so... And my book will smell nice. So let's see. Yeah, should keep it from sticking. That's cool. Alright, I am also, let me take some of the baby powder off that. Going to take a little bit of Collage pauge because I want my stickers to be there 20 years from now. And try to paint over some of that sticker mess that I have. Not a lot, just enough so that they're kind of embedded in there. And I don't want to put too many brush strokes over the watercolor because it will reconstitute. Now I'm just searching in my stash for random things to put on there. So I have this flinch card. I don't know if you know what that is. Jenny Bolin had a whole bunch of vintage things, so I bought this, and I end up punching out the numbers all the time. Figured I'll throw in some circles in there, too, because, you know, it's 2 rings, and why not? I don't know. Maybe this is where I'll staple. That might make me happy. Why is my stapler never like the first one? Maybe it's because I'm stapling through like 40,000 pieces of stuff. Alright, maybe I'll just glue it. How about that? So I took out some stamps and I took out like the strips of the Gelli prints that I had before because, you know, I've collected them. And I think I'm just going to randomly put like little tabs. Maybe I'll do it like this so it's not really on the other page behind it, but it makes me happy to have that little piece of doo-woppy there. So I got all the little jelly plate pieces on there, and I am going to use this stamp. It says, your greatness comes from within. Share it, transform it, and make it inspiring. I think on the back side of this, I'm going to put You Will Shine. Just right there. Oh, I pushed a little too hard, but it's in there. Alright, so I finished up. I've got my stamps in there. It's kind of weird for me today, but I love the color. I love the wings. I love the wings can fly. Makes me happy. Alright, so that's it for Inspiration Wednesday. I will be posting today also about the new Gelli print workshop. So keep reading below this video and on the blog, by the way. So keep reading down the blog and you will read more about the information coming. See you next week.